and welcome to another Roller Coaster Choices vlog. I'm here today at Fantasy Island. This park is located in Ingle Mills, quite close to Skegness and Butlins, but yeah, it's a really good park. You got two signature roller coasters here, Odyssey and Millennium, and you got a bunch of flat rides and dark rides here too. Unfortunately today there are four major rides down today. There's Volcano down, the River Rapids, and the brand new spinning Wild Mouse. That's a brand new roller coaster, so I'll definitely be showing that during this vlog. Odyssey is also down today due to wind, but I've been on Odyssey before, so I don't really mind. But yeah, come join me here for my day here at Fantasy Island, and yeah, let's start off with the vlog. The pyramid is definitely one of my highlights here at Fantasy Island, and it's definitely one of the best areas in the UK. Because it's all blocked in up there, then it creates a load of immersive lighting. You've also got the Guardian up there. That's a great dark ride, and the Mystical River Mountain. But right now I'm going to start with my first ride of the day. It's going to be on the Millennium roller coaster. I'm brilliant for Como, and I'll get a few off-ride shots for you as well. There's good little bits of theming down here, and it looks like the where you enter the ride has actually changed, because the used to scan your wristband here, the wristband I've got on my hand there, and you used to go through, but it looks like they've moved it, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this works now. It was running really well there. Yeah, that was an awesome ride, nice and smooth, no headbanging whatsoever really. The inversions are intense, and all around it's a nice thrill coaster. It does die out towards the end of the ride, I will say. The final helix isn't too intense, but still it's a great enjoyable ride. And not only that, I noticed the queue lines have been rerouted, so you scan now in the actual station itself, which is a lot better in my opinion. It means you have to have one less staff, and all around it makes it overall more efficient in loading and dispatching. Yeah, next up I'm going to mow my way around the park and see what rides there are open next. So here's the Odyssey. Of course, that's like I said earlier, that's closed because of the wind today, but it certainly is a great ride to look at on ride. It's still good either way. Then the Fantasy Islands have actually got a brand new roller coaster. This is a spinning Wild Mouse coaster, and it's set to open at some point this year. I'm not sure when, but because it's got some track pieces missing around the side. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll have a little wander around. But yeah, it's a brand new roller coaster, brand new credit. So yeah, I can't wait to give this a go when it does open, hopefully some point this year. If you saw my Fantasy Island and Skegness walkabout, which I highly recommend, but if you saw that, then you'd know this coaster was being constructed at the time. But yeah, there those sections meant to go up there. You got the 90-degree turn as well, and the first drop. So hopefully it'll be up and running soon. But yeah, it's a Wild Mouse coaster here at Fantasy Island. You got a stunning view here at Fantasy Island as well. You got the Millennium going round, its layout. And this is definitely one of the best skylines in the UK, in my personal opinion. I think it's a really cool one. The Odyssey is very intimidating, and Millennium contrasts well with the purple and green track. Next up, I think I'm going to go and do a flat ride next, and I think it's going to be that Starflyer over there. You can see it behind the Wild Mouse. That's going to be my next ride. And this I had a repaint last year. It was blue and white, but it seems to be painted black and gold, which looks a lot better in my personal opinion. And yeah, all around it looks very fresh. And this area of the park looks quite full now. You got the Apple coaster over there. You got Wild River Rapids, the Wild Mouse, and the Starflyer at the end here. So it's a pretty cool layout now. And yeah, I'm gonna go and do the Starflyer next. I just had a ride right there on the Starflyer, and yeah, it was a really good ride. Got lots of views over the area of Skegness and Ingle Mills, and you're basically taller. You're taller than the Odyssey at that point once you're all the way up there. But yeah, it was a great fun ride, and yeah, yeah, this area seems a bit bare bones at the moment with just 2 rides not operating yet. They're definitely still under construction, but hopefully they'll be back open soon. And yeah, gonna continue my day here at Fantasy Island. Melons have definitely done a fantastic job here at Fantasy Island, and the pyramid is definitely my highlight of day coming here. I love the rides as well, but this is definitely one of the best themed areas in the UK. Next up though, it's time to discover the secrets of Fantasy Island on Toucan Tours. It's a really good dark ride, Toucan Tours, and it's changed over a lot over the years. That final scene has changed, for example, when I originally rode it, and then also I noticed there's some new animatronics in there. There's like a mummy animatronic and these 2 spinning birds, and yeah, overall it's a really good dark ride, and it's just quite iconic really, Fantasy Island. You discover the secrets of what Fantasy Island's all about, and yeah, it's a brilliant ride. Next up though, I'm going to head to the magical Seaquarium. Soundtrack. It's a dark ride that the song will get stuck in your head for hours now. It's a bit like the Bubble Works and Toyland Tours before it, but yeah. Next up, Magical Seaquarium. Magical Seaquarium is up next, and you can see the Guardian, which will be my next ride afterwards. Look at that amazing animatronic. This park is so underrated for how much theming it has in detail. Yeah, Magical Seaquarium is up next. It's a good solid dark ride that is. Yeah, Seaquarium. I would say it's the last of the original dark rides that have the addicting soundtrack that gets stuck in your head loads and loads. But yeah, it's a really good ride, and I highly recommend it. There's a lot of underrated hidden gem dark rides here at Fantasy Island, so yeah, don't miss out on some of these. But next up is going to be the Guardian, and this was new a few years back, and yeah, it's a great ride. So yeah, time for the Guardian. Theming here for the Guardian.
Let's help our young explorer can swim as he dives to the depths of the sea aquarium.
So I've just come off the Guardian, and yeah, that was a really fun experience. I absolutely love that attraction to bits. I've been on it since its since its opening year, and man, is it a great attraction. It's basically a robot arm ride, so if you it's basically like a flying theatre, but with a robot arm instead. And the theming around the attraction is definitely one of the highlights, and you're just facing a screen and having a movie played out to you. But it's a really fun attraction and a great fit for Fantasy Island. Yeah, they've got a lot of underrated dark rides here in the UK. We don't have many dark rides, but the ones we do have are actually really good and really high quality. Next up though, it's going to be I've got no idea what it's going to be. So oh, I know, Harrington Flint's shootout. That's what it's going to be next. The next dark ride. So yeah, onwards. Opening in 2022. This is a trackless dark ride. Harrington Flint's is an interactive dark ride at that, and yeah, it's a really good attraction. I'm going to have a ride on it now, and yeah, opened the same year as the Guardian in 2022, and yeah. Time to go and visit the forest and Harrington Flint's Island Adventure. Just come off Harrington Flint's Island quest, and yeah, that was a really good dark ride again. The theming in there is actually pretty good. It quite heavily relies on screen sound because it is a shooting dark ride, but it's also got heavily theming and physical props as well, which is the thing I think that most dark rides fail to do. They have the screens, but they don't have the physical props. So yeah, I think if more dark rides have a mixture of both, it can work out really well. Anyway, I'm going to make my way outside to go and see, maybe go and try out Rhombus Rocket next. So yeah, continuing my day here at Fantasy Island. So next up is then Rhombus Rocket, opening in 1995. It was built by WG Transportation, and it's definitely stood the test of time as it's one of the most reliable coasters here in the park. There's a view of the park map this year as well. As you can see, you've got the spinning coaster and the Wild River Rapids added as well. It's a bit of an odd layout because that's not exactly what it's like in real life, where the Starflyer where the Wild Mouse is, and the Wild Mouse being rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise. But yeah, still really good. And then I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do the log flume as well. Two rides next to each other. So yeah, Rhombus Rocket is up first though. Come off there, Rhombus Rocket, and yeah, that was really good. A great family coaster, really stood the test of time, and it's got some forces, a little bit janky in some areas, but it's still a great forceful ride overall. Then we've got the log flume as well. That's a little bit of a soaker. It can get you really wet, especially when you've got the boat full, but yeah, because I was on my own, I've gone mildly wet, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go to my next ride now, which is going to be Magic, and that's just behind me, and that's going to be my next ride. It's definitely the most intense flat ride in the park, and yeah, time for the Magic. Look at the glorious Odyssey in the sunshine. You got the firewall over here, and I'm about to ride Magic, but there's a bit missing from Magic. This little diamond-shaped centerpiece is not currently on there. Hopefully it will be being put back on the sink, because it's quite a nice piece, but yeah. But next up is going to be Magic, the most intense flat ride in the park. Come off Magic, and yeah, that was a really fun, intense flat ride. It had two back-to-back goes on it, as the ride operator decided to send us around again. But yeah, I'm going to go for a little walk around the market now, and then I'm going to make my way to the dome, back to the pyramid. Despite being closed today, Odyssey is still definitely an interesting structure to look at. Whether it's open or closed, it's still very impressive. That vertical loop is absolutely enormous. I cannot understate how big this coaster really is. And you've got the giant Cobra roll over here. Now the reason it's closed today is because of the wind, and the reason it has wind issues is because the design flaw. Because when this coaster was first being built, it was actually meant to be 200 foot tall. That got scaled back to about 167 foot, but it's so yeah, so it would have had more momentum if it was 200 foot tall. So as it comes off that drop into the vertical loop, it can make it around the vertical loop alright, but the Cobra roll is taller than the vertical loop. So as a result, the train often stalls up here. If there's a huge gust of wind, it will stall and valley down here. It also can valley on the horseshoe element that's just over there, if it's not careful as well. So yeah, that's the main reason it can't operate in the high winds. It has a design flaw, but it's also by the coast as well, so it's very windy, just like the big one. But man, it's just an impressive structure. Was the third tallest coaster in the UK, but it's now the fourth tallest, as Hyperia has begun its testing cycle. So yeah, this coaster is still majorly impressive. And the fact it's an SLC as well, which SLCs, not many people are the biggest fans of them, myself included, but this one's actually a very good SLC because of the custom layout. And I wish Vekoma made more custom layout Vekoma SLCs, because they're significantly better than the Vekoma hanging bangs. But yeah, it's still a wonderful coaster to look at. Yeah, this vertical loop really is huge, and if you compare it to this vertical loop over here, this is Millennium's vertical loop, it's tiny in comparison to this one. Look at it, Yeah, I'll get the right angle. There you go. That shows you the size difference between the two. This one's 128 feet. This one's a lot, and Millennium's is a lot shorter. But yeah, it is a really impressive ride. Here at Fantasy Island. And this is this is definitely Fantasy Island star attraction. I would like to see another thrill ride at some point in the near future, but yeah, at the moment Odyssey still reigns supreme, literally towering above all the other attractions. It's not as tall as the Starflyer, but it's still definitely the best ride here. And look at that drop, as you get whipped down on the back row. Back row on Odyssey is definitely the best row. That's the main reason to come around the market, is I get some great shots of the Odyssey and Millennium as I'm walking around. And obviously the market's got its own little charms to it too. Like all these little statues down here. Be gone.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, gather round as I tell you all a story. This is the story of how Fantasy Island came to be, and of a brave young explorer much like yourselves. This story takes place many moons ago, when the young boy came across the Sleeping Mountains, and with the help of a very old book and a few magic words, woke him from his deep slumber. Well, eventually. Who goes there? Who has awoken me from my deep sleep?
It was me. I came to see the magic of Fantasy Island.
The magic has been gone for a very long time. Pieces of the island's magical amulet have been scattered across the winds. But let's see if you have what it takes to be united. Only the world itself succeed. Very impressive. You did well, my little explorer. But let's see how you fare in this next well. This one might leave you a little wet behind the ears. I have something from a previous explorer's journey that will certainly help you. Let's hope our young explorer can swim as he dives to the depths of the sea aquarium. Nobody has ever survived a running with the shark before. This next trail will see you travel further than you've ever been before. My little friends will be there to help you. I've upgraded your suit for this next adventure. Good luck!
Mystical Dragon mountain show, and yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. All the projection mapping on the side of the mountain, there were sparks, lasers. Oh, it was fantastic. This place is really a hidden gem in the UK, and I highly recommend you come check out Fantasy Island. It's not one to be missed in the UK, because it may surprise you. We have a lot of big parks in the UK, like Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Bolton Spa, Grey Manor, but you know, sometimes the smaller ones need some love too. And this is definitely one of the best parks in the UK, so yeah, that's my opinion. Next to it, it's time for another ride on Millennium coaster. Let's go. So I've just done Millennium roller coaster, and I've done the balloon ride. Yeah, Millennium coaster is running really well as always. I always love that coaster. It's such a great ride here in the UK. And then I've just had a ride on the balloon ride, nice scenic ride, just to gently ease my way through the day. And this is I'm going to do a couple of more dark rides, re-ride all the 4 dark rides I believe, and then yeah, I'm going to continue on with my day here at Fantasy Island. Well, I've just ridden the coaster credit I never thought I would have gotten. I've just ridden the Jellikins roller coaster. Now, this ride has been a very tricky one for me to get, because although it's a kiddie coaster, it is quite special because it has covered seating, but that covered seating comes at a cost, because it's got a maximum height restriction of 1.5, I believe, for a long time. That's now increased to 1.6. and I'm just under 1.6, so that means I've been able to get on this coaster and get the coaster credit. And wow, I jumped to bits. I know it's only a kiddie coaster, but a cred's a cred, and I've got +1, so that means I've 0 Fantasy Island, which is absolutely phenomenal. I never thought in a million years I'd get on that, but I did, and now I've got all the credits here at Fantasy Island, except for the Wild Mouse. Yeah, if you can tell, I am really chuffed. But yeah, next ride I'm going to be doing here. Next one I'm going to be doing is the Guardian, because I absolutely love this attraction. Let's go, Guardian time! And all this wonderful theming. So I've just come off the Guardian, and yeah, that was a really good ride. It was a great investment to Fantasy Island. This park has truly found its identity. A few years back it had a bit of an identity crisis, but now it's found its identity as a magical experience now. So yeah, anyway, onwards with my day here at Fantasy Island. I'm going to go back onto Harrington Flint's Island Adventures. So just come off Harrington Flint's, and yeah, that's a great dark ride. You've got the Twister over there, probably not going to do it today. But yeah, it's a great looking flat ride. You then got Volcano over there. Yeah, this park has definitely got a bright future ahead of it. If anything, if Harrington and Flint and the Mystical Dragon Mountain and the Guardian or anything to go by, this park has definitely got a bright future ahead of it. In addition, I really hope the Odyssey and the Millennium get themed into the main park, and I hope this outdoor area also gets themed up, maybe into a bit more theming. If you're wondering what those that booster over there in the reverse bungee, that's actually not part of Fantasy Island. That's part of Luna Park, which is across the road. Next up, I think I'm going to go on Techno Jump, I think, and then I'm going to go for one last ride on the Millennium. Coming off Techno Jump, then yeah, that was a really good ride. I'm going to go for one more ride on Millennium, and then I think that will be my last ride of the day, because it's getting towards the end of the day. So yeah, let's go for a ride on Millennium. Millennium roller coaster was running really well. Yeah, I had a front row ride that time. I had a front, back and middle row today, and yeah, it's been running fantastically. I love that ride to bits. Hopefully it will last a few more years. I mean, it's nearly 30 years old, so who knows what will happen in the future. But I've heard Odyssey might be open at this moment in time, so I'm going to head over next. So Odyssey is open at the moment, and I'm definitely going for a ride on it. I absolutely love this coaster to bits. What other park would open a roller coaster an hour just before closing? This really goes the extra mile, and it's really appreciated by the park. The fact they couldn't open all day because of the wind, but yet they still get it open for the end of the day, that just shows you how much they care about their guests here at Fantasy Island. Yeah, tougher ride on the Odyssey. So I've just come off the Odyssey here at Fantasy Island, and yeah, that is a really great ride. It is relentless through those inversions. My favourite inversion are probably the corkscrew and the vertical loop. The Cobra Roll's fantastic too, and the Sidewinder is pretty good as well. In terms of the overall experience, it's not the smoothest ride, I will concede to that. It's not the smoothest ride in the world, but it's a really great fun attraction. It's intense, it's fast, it's got the high speed and the intensity. It is really fun. It's my favourite ride here in the park by a long shot. I mean, I love Millennium to bits, but Odyssey's got the forces. And yeah, overall Odyssey has been great, running great today. I had a fantastic year today. Got on Jellicent's coaster and got on Odyssey, which I didn't think I was going to get on Odyssey in the first place. So that shows you how much your park really cares for its guests when they open an attraction just an hour before closing. I should right a wrong though that I mentioned earlier. I said that this one house, I believe it was built by Revtron. That's not actually strictly true. Apparently this is actually built in-house. I was talking to one of the staff members earlier and they said it was built in-house, so yeah, that's quite interesting. But Odyssey, yeah, it's a fantastic ride. They spent a load of money over it over the close season doing up the train, and it's got a little rattle to it, but it's still a phenomenal layout, and I would not want to change in any shape of imagination. Right, yeah, continuing my day here at Fantasy Island. Look at Millennium there, gorgeous coaster that is. Next up, I'm going back on Odyssey, this fabulous ride here at Fantasy Island. Third time in a few minutes. Look at this beast. Look at it. So this comes to my end of my day here at Fantasy Island. I've had a wonderful day here today. Got on loads of different rides, including Odyssey, Millennium, The Guardian, Harrington Flints, Toucan Tours, the Magical Sea Aquarium, saw the show. I've done so many rides here, and that just to put that in perspective, it cost me £27 normally for a wristband. I got it for £20 so if you've got the blue light card or a veterans card. But yeah, overall that's how many rides you can get. You can get so many rides in here at Fantasy Island for a very low price. In terms of the overall day today here with all the rides, I love Odyssey and Millennium. They're two of my favourite coasters here in the UK. I love the dark rides. Instead, they've got 5 really good dark rides, and then in addition they've got a ton of flat rides too. So I think this park is definitely rising in the ranks, and I hope it's got a really nice future to it. I'll definitely be back at some point for that new other coaster cred. But the biggest highlight today is actually getting on Jellicent's roller coaster for the first time. I wanted to get that credit for a long time, and today was that day. I finally actually managed to get it. I didn't expect it to, but I got it, and that's that. But overall, I really enjoyed my day here today at Fantasy Island, and it's definitely a hidden gem here in the UK lineup. So if you're ever coming on a UK road trip, don't skip out on Fantasy Island, because it is a brilliant park. But from me to you guys, thank you so much for watching this Roller Coaster Joseph vlog. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channels. It really helps me out. And join me next time at another theme park whenever I decide to visit it next. But yeah, from me to you guys, bye.